877 Biker Law. Insurance companies don't like facing Jason. Call 877 Biker Law. When you call Jason, you're placing your trust in a rider like you. The motorcycle lawyer, yeah, he wrote the book on what to do, yeah. Been in a wreck, no need to fret. Call 877 Biker Law.
You're listening to CRBRadio.com. The words and opinions you are about to hear are of the hosts and do not reflect the management, sponsors, or affiliates of Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Good Sunday evening, my friends. We're back here live for another exciting Sunday, a moist Sunday here in the Metro Detroit area. Live from the Cave Radio Penthouse Studios, high atop O'Malley Supper Spirit. Okay.
Older guy, mustache.
Excellent.
Fixed it.
All right.
Check 1, 2.
How about guys? How about it, guys? Do we got you?
What did I say before we started?
No, nothing.
Internet technical.
Nothing
That's,
important, right? See what you done.
This is my
Listen,
thing, okay?
Listen, Skip, if you're going to bring these guys in here to jinx my stuff, and
If that's the worst thing that happens on an entire episode,
this is it.
we're doing good.
That's it.
We're just fine.
I excel at crashing the plane right away and getting it
If it
fixed
hasn't crashed by now,
from there on out.
technically we'll just crash it,
Listen,
talent-wise.
we're doing a great job is what matters. Keep up the good work, guys.
Tell your friends, everybody. Tune in. Now that we got everything straightened out, we're going to do some radio.
But hey, you can listen in also if Facebook audio is giving you an issue. Maybe we can even type a little something on there where you can listen on the Cave Radio app
Yep.
that you can download from your media store, whichever device you have.
Go to the website. You can
go to the website,
Go to YouTube instead of Facebook and just use the audio. Like if you want to watch the Facebook stream, because I know that when the Singers in the Round stream does both as well, and YouTube looks so much better than Facebook, so I just usually use the YouTube. But you got choices.
Yeah, absolutely.
So pick one.
But yeah, you can still listen on the Cave Radio app or at www.crbradio.com.
Yep.
So we are very happy to have Vince in here, and like I say, I just told him right before we went on, he's drumming up some business. We got some folks coming in, we got some folks coming back.
Yes.
In future shows, so stay tuned.
I'll introduce myself to the public who doesn't know me. I have been a singer-songwriter for a very long time here in the Detroit area. I am from Livonia, Michigan, formerly from Taylor, Michigan. Did internet radio for a long time under the name Motown Vinny. And, I've been playing and writing for a long time. I have a lot of releases that are out on all of the streams, and I'm on all the socials as Motown Vinny or Vince Smith Music. And you can go to MotownVinny.com is my website if you want to check out my prior releases, and there's lists of songs and everything else. There's a lot of originals. I've written a lot of songs over the years, and I've been in bands before that where I played bass and sang backup and stuff in a lot of bands that played around Detroit as well. So,
well, that is awesome. Yes, welcome, Vince. Now, one thing that you'll see if you're watching the video feed, whether you can hear it or not, the coolest thing, the first thing I noticed when I met Vince when he was playing, I think we were playing a contest at New Hudson Inn.
yeah, New Hudson Inn.
And
It's usually the first thing everyone notices about me. So
you play a left-handed guitar. No, it is a right-handed guitar.
I play a right-handed guitar.
Left-handed.
Strung right-handed, but I play it left-handed.
Upside down.
Yes.
Awesome.
I can hand you my guitar and you can play it right now.
Oh, I probably couldn't. Oh, yeah.
I can hand you my guitar. Well, the chord might not reach, but I can hand you my guitar and you can play it right now. See, I grew up with a brother that was right-handed, and there were guitars laying all over the place. And so I just started picking up and playing around with them. And I started out playing bass like that. I play bass like that, too.
Oh, wow.
And that's how it all started. I played in a lot of bands around Detroit, and, of course, everyone's like, whoa, what is going on with that, I remember being at Blondie's once back in the day, and the guy's like, that's some badass backwards bass playing. It's been happening to me for a long time, so I don't really even notice it anymore, but it's usually something people get past pretty quick. I mean, they're just like, oh, that's really wild, and then I'm just Vince after that.
I'm still
it's not
in
like
awe.
some amazing, unique, crazy thing that's going to make me famous or something. It's just
Well, no, but I'm gonna guess that you'll be doing an open mic, and every now and then you'll find somebody who's also coming up to play later who just wanders up to the stage with this face,
the
And
having
just-
their dog face sideways,
like thinking to themselves, like going back over the last 10, 15, 20 years of playing acoustic, like, how would I?
Oh, watching me play the chords is the
Wait.
part where the other guitar players are like, how the hell he plays a G chord with his thumb, because
everything's upside down.
Yeah.
If you just learn it that way the first time, then it's not weird, right?
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, eventually my brother just gave up trying to turn me into a lefty and just, bought me my first bass, and we were on the road from there.
Nice.
But, I played in a lot of bands in the 90s. All that acoustic stuff started to come out, like Hootie and, Edwin McCain and Gin Blossoms and all that, and I kind of started switching over to the acoustic side of things and doing more of a solo approach. and I've been doing that pretty much ever since. And I've got several albums that are out, album format, and also like streaming. Spotify, Apple, etc., YouTube, you name it, I'm on all of them. So there's a lot of music out there for you to check out. You'll go on Spotify and you'll look and you'll scroll and scroll and scroll because there's a lot of songs on there. I've been doing this for a while.
So how long have you been doing this?
Let's see. That's a tough question. It's been pretty much exactly 40 years that I've been doing the whole. Well, not 40 years. That's too much. I didn't mean to say 40 years. That would make me like a little kid. But I started doing music about the time I turned 19 because after I got out of school, I started singing in a band.
Okay.
The first band I was in was called Black Rose, and I was the singer doing like Ozzy and Priest and Sabbath and all that stuff. And, I couldn't show people how to write my songs or how to read, how to play my songs. So I started learning how to play an instrument.
Okay.
I learned how to play bass so I could teach people my songs. And then I started learning guitar. So I was writing this stuff and I couldn't show anybody how to play it. And eventually I just ended up giving up on the whole band thing and going solo and doing, because I knew how to play my own songs. I've always been kind of a lone wolf. So I just kind of went off and did my own thing. The first single that I ever did in an actual studio, I recorded it in 1998. Yes,
Wow.
I said 19. So yeah, I've been around a little bit. I'm 60 years old right now. So, but yeah, and first one was, 1998. I recorded my first single, which was supposed to be an album, but it turned into just a single at the time, was Killing Time, which is the first like real signature song that I had. They don't ask me so much now, but like the older crowd that I used to play for would ask me for that song all the time, and I really don't play it much anymore. But that was kind of like the beginning of it all, and I had like these 4 songs, and then it just kind of grew from there. Now I have dozens of songs. So, and the latest release, Breaking All the Rules, we'll give it a nice good shot of that. That's like the latest one as far as a full-length album or anything. There's a single that came out after that called Words in Your Mouth, which is available on all the streams and everything. And I'm working on a new album / singles. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out yet. It depends on time and money and recording and all that. But the next album is supposed to be called Phoenix. I have way too many songs for it. It's been meant to be recorded for quite a while now. So I have lots and lots of songs for it because I keep adding. I'm working on a new one right now that I was working on, that I started working on like yesterday or something. But, I have probably 30 or 40 songs for a 12-song album.
Oh, wow.
And it's,
That's a box set.
Yeah, I basically told them I'm going to do a quadruple album. But I have so many songs that I'm going to have to cut a lot. I might have to do a part 1 and a part 2 or something.
Okay.
But, I have a list of 12 for the album. And it's changed a few times because I would write a new one that was better than something that was on there, so I would replace it. But, like, I actually did a thing, the whole Detroit Burger Bar open mic thing that we do on Sunday nights in Clawson. I actually played 4 songs a night, originals, 3 times, 3 weeks, and asked people to, like, listen to the songs that are going to be on the album. And then I played a 4th week of 4 songs, and I said, these are, like, alternates. Which ones do you like the best? So I kind of got some feedback on what songs were good and bad, and not just my opinion, the public's opinion.
Right on.
So, it gave me a lot of insight into what people actually like. And a couple of songs eventually kind of got cut, because they're, you fine-tune and you evolve and you keep changing things around, The last album had 13 songs on it, and it is a full band CD, and it's the first full band entire CD that I've done. A lot of the other ones were just acoustic.
Right.
So this one has my drummer Midi Cabrera on it.
Oh, wow.
That's he's it's MIDI drums. But he's like, Miguel, and etc. But I played, with the bass on it, and I have 2 songs that have a couple of people that played on it. The legendary Mark Speck from the band Sweet Crystal played piano on Dreaming Away. He's the 28-time Detroit Music Award winner.
Yep.
And I sent it to him, and I said, hey, we'll have to get together and rehearse this. He sent me audio.
Like an hour later.
And it lined up. It was like a couple days, but yeah, it lined up perfectly. And I'm like, dude, really? I just synced it up and put it into the mix, man, and it turned out great.
That's awesome.
And I didn't hire, but I got I found somebody that does violin, and they did like a violin part on a different song called Skeletons. So that sounds amazing. I wanted the violin in there so bad, and I had a friend that I was going to have them play it, and it didn't work out. So I ended up having to get a session person to do it.
Okay.
So, but other than that, pretty much everything on the album is me.
That is fantastic. So
So
you can download that on any of the streaming platforms.
yep, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, you name it. It's it's on all those. It's on YouTube. You can find videos for it on YouTube and Tidal, whatever other ones are out there. I'm sure there's another I'm forgetting right now.
And those of us who still desire hard copy.
You can buy CDs at Bandcamp. I don't have the address in front of me right this minute, but it's just look for Breaking All the Rules on Bandcamp.
Okay.
And the previous CD as well, which is Undeniable, that was 2021. That's more of an all acoustic with a little bit of embellishment, like some couple guitar solos, things like that, but it's mostly acoustic.
Okay.
But that one's out there too, and I still do a lot of songs off of that one.
Now, do you go to the studio, or do you have home studio?
I
or-
record at home. I use
Okay.
like the DAW setup at home. This last album I used Ableton Live for it, and that's what I'm going to use on the next one as well because I love it. It's really great for. It's just it's so intuitive and so easy to use for someone sitting at home recording all this stuff themselves. It's just got everything you could ever want and more.
Wow.
Stuff I'll never use. There's so much in it. It's an amazing piece of software. It's an expensive piece of software, but it's worth it.
Yeah, but I mean, that is so neat to be able to do that now.
And
in the
all
era.
of the things that I've done have led up to that. Internet radio. I had to do all of this sound engineering, and I used to do commercials. I do the voiceovers and commercials and stuff for both of those stations. Like funny ones, serious ones. I mean, there's ones that they still play. I still hear my own voice on somebody else's station all the time. It's crazy,
Yeah, Vince also has extensive radio experience, had his own shows.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
I had podcasts and shows. I had the first show was Rage Radio X. That was like a half hour, turning into an hour at the very beginning, pre-recorded. It wasn't live or anything. And then I started doing a show at night called The Invasion. The Invasion with Vince Smith, which was cool. That was fun. I had like a whole bunch of cool, because it was Alien X,
Right.
had a bunch of alien-themed stuff going on, like cuts from movies and stuff in the intro and all that. And it was really well produced and all that. And that was live for a while. And then something happened where my schedule changed and I had to switch to doing a day show. That was the day show was when I was on Tap Detroit. I had a show called After the Rush, because my show started at like 9 a.m. when everyone was at work now. So it was like I was on from like 10 to noon.
Okay.
So it was more of a morning show, kind of chill with some more cool stuff going on, but it was because of my schedule.
Right.
I couldn't do nights anymore. And then it became to where I couldn't really do a show during the day, so I started wanting to ask to do a show at night, but the schedule was full. And after a while, I kind of got frustrated, and Keith was starting his own station. So I'm like, well, I'll just do that, and that's how that all started with the whole Alien X thing.
So, yeah.
And I was there for a while. We had a show called Vinny and the Alien that we did together that was kind of like Dave and Chuck the Freak. It was a lot of like funny stories and punchlines and just, goofy laughing at the news and making up funny comedy skits and stuff. And it was on for 3.5 years. And you can still see it and hear it rather in podcast form if you go to, just Google Vinny and the Alien on YouTube or not YouTube, but like Google. You can still find the episodes. They're still out there. But yeah, I was on for a long time. We were syndicated on a bunch of internet stations all over the world. We were on in London. We were on in Australia, Germany, the Netherlands. We were on in Chicago, New York, Las Vegas, Seattle, many others that I can't come up with right now.
And you were actually on FM radio too.
Yeah, we were on in Seattle. We were on what they call Get Smash Radio, which was like a low power FM, and then there was another one in New London, Connecticut, that was a FM station that we were on, which they're right in the center of like Boston and New York and that whole area right there. So they covered that whole area, and they had like 250,000 listeners, and we had quite a lot going on in all these different stations, and it was cool for a while, but it didn't, as all good things come to an end.
Right.
It is what it is. But I wanted to do more of a music thing anyway. So
we are audio again. Doug, I knew you couldn't quit us. Thanks, buddy, for letting us know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't hear anything. I'm just kidding. I told you I used to do comedy on the radio, right?
Yeah, my old buddy and a player in his own right. Doug Cave is listening in. So
I used to use Restream to do, like during the pandemic, I did 2-hour live streams every Tuesday. And I used Restream. I was on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook every Tuesday for a couple hours. And my friends would come in and watch and chat back and forth. And that was a lot of fun. And all those are on YouTube. You can actually go back and watch 2 hours of, because, it's like there's a lot of crap in between because it's a live stream. So you're talking to people on chat and you have no idea who they are. Like if you're watching the video back, it probably seems kind of dumb. You just fast forward to the songs, Yeah. I had a friend at work once say, "Hey, I tuned into your live stream, man, and you were talking about, I was talking about like a bottle of water or something for 5 minutes, and they gave up and tuned out because I wasn't playing any music." I don't remember what I was doing, but she was like, I just, I'm like, should have gave it 10 minutes, come on. What the heck? It's a 2-hour show. Why are you leaving after 5 minutes? But
well, you are listening live on www.crbradio.com. You are also now listening on Facebook Live.
Don't go anywhere.
Yes, don't go anywhere.
Or we'll find you.
Yes, our beautiful engineer, Eric Pelto. That's that beard.
Here's the thing. Being a not have ever been here before, is there like commercial breaks, or do you guys have like breaks where you go to stuff? Or I don't know.
When Skip decides he wants one, he goes, "Let's take a break," and then I take a break.
Oh, okay.
It's very seat of our pants.
I didn't know if it was like 20 minutes and you got these ads or whatever.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't know. That's why I'm asking, because every station is different.
We played the one spot at the top of the hour, or at the top of the show. That's it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, we take one break about the time where I think I've lost my voice, and then.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm talking so much. I'm trying to help you out.
When
I
go.
I told you I used to do 30-some hours of radio. I just blah 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 blah.
And listen, Skip won't let you leave if you keep that up.
I haven't gotten my radio voice out even.
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten my radio voice out at all.
Yeah, when I go from radio to.
You're listening live.
Let's get silly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's get stupid.
When I go from radio live to strip bar DJ, now coming to the stage we have Cinnamon. It's time to take a break.
Cinnamon, yes. That's when you got to start doing like some Low Rawls or some Joe Cocker or something.
Right.
It's kind of gone. And
so, of course, the huge news of the week was the passing of Chuck Norris.
Wait, what?
Who did not die. He just elevated to the next level.
Wait.
He got promoted.
Yeah, he just decided he got tired of being undefeated on this planet. So
now I can't tell. Now I can't tell how serious this news is.
It's very serious. It's
Oh,
true.
God.
It's absolutely true.
This is news to me.
He was 86 years old.
Yep. He was rushed to the hospital
Happened a couple, 3 days ago or something.
Wow.
Rushed to the hospital Thursday. His passing was announced Friday. But legends never die.
It's all good.
And the legend of Chuck Norris will live on. So I'm going to give you guys each an impromptu question.
All right.
Sure.
Favorite Chuck Norris joke? Go.
Can we swear?
We have to
Sure.
Like I said, I used to be on some FM stations. So I had to be careful, Can't drop F-bombs and stuff.
So I am starting a song about Chuck Norris.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Chuck Norris doesn't flush the toilet. He just scares the shit out of it.
That is definitely one of my favorites.
I'm trying to remember because it's kind of a 3-parter, and I'm going to screw it up.
Excellent.
Here we go.
Way to disclaimer it.
Chuck Norris does not fill out his tax returns. Chuck Norris sends a signed picture of himself posed and ready to strike to the IRS every year instead. Chuck Norris has never paid taxes.
Not surprising.
That's a good one.
Chuck Norris doesn't sleep. He waits.
Yep.
There's lots of them. We could be here all day.
Oh, there are all kinds of them. My favorite one is Chuck Norris went to a women's rights meeting and came out with his shirt ironed holding a sandwich.
Oh, what is it? Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He does world downs.
Yeah, world
Yes.
downs.
He
Yeah.
pushes the world down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally, there was this thing like, you see like scenes from him now. People are posting all these like videos of him from movies and
Oh, yeah.
from TV and whatever. Like there's a wrestling one where he is at WrestleMania, or no, he was at Survivor Series, and one of the guys was trying to get to the ring, and you see Chuck Norris just level him with a round kick, and stuff like that, because he was at Survivor Series that one year. And
Yep.
you see stuff like that, and I found a video of the full fight between him and Bruce Lee from Game of Death, I think was the right movie.
Yep.
And I never knew how long this was, but I started watching it, and there was like 5 minutes of them standing there and stretching and warming up and throwing some punches in the air and trying to get ready to fight each other. It was so weird watching. I'm like, they're both just letting each other get ready, It was really weird, like taking off your shirt and you're, getting all prepared to fight. It was really weird.
Well,
and
and it's for a film, so it's been rehearsed. Like, they're not.
Well, yeah, but it was just weird. Like, I've never seen, like, it's a kung fu movie. You don't see people stand around
Right.
for 5-10 minutes and get
It's
ready
true.
and stretch and mentally prepared. Or I guess you should if you're going to fight somebody that's a badass. But still, that was weird. Usually in these movies, it's like fast action. People come at you and you go, kya, kya, all the sound effects and everything.
Right.
It was just odd watching them warm up. I was like, I don't remember that. I've seen that movie, but I don't remember them warming up. That was just bizarre,
But have you seen it set to soul music?
Oh, God.
I love that when they take and change something up and put different music to it, and
And
like
just
Bow
changes
Chicka
the whole
Wow Wow
meaning.
music to like a scene in Harry Potter, or just like they do something different to it to make it seem like something completely different,
And you get lifted into that. You change.
Music changes
It
everything.
It changes everything.
There's a reason why there's a music supervisor, because if they put the wrong music in this movie, it can make or break it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you take a
goodness.
movie, think of a movie, your favorite movie, and then pull the music out of it and switch it for something else.
And or there's some movies where I'm thinking just recently Guardians of the Galaxy. Like there are a handful of movies that the
soundtrack.
the
in these
soundtrack
headphones.
is a cornerstone of
Oh,
the
yeah.
film.
Yes.
No.
No more present than in the 70s. Like they had all those movies like Car Wash and Saturday Night Fever that it was all about the soundtrack.
Or I'm even thinking like Stand By Me.
Yeah. I mean,
or
a lot of them are just like the soundtrack has a lot to do with it.
Forrest Gump is basically a classic rock
Montage.
Yes.
It's like a perfect 2 hours of oldies rock and roll.
It's like a K-Tel album or something. Yeah, it's just all like the hits But music puts you in the feels, man. And it's either nostalgic or it brings you back to a song and a time, or it's just something where the groove of the music fits perfectly behind something.
Right.
Like certain movies where like someone's doing a dance scene or something, and you put that music behind them, and you just get carried away into it. Like Pulp Fiction, the music in Pulp Fiction, "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon," and all that. It's epic.
Every pretty much every Quentin Tarantino movie
Yeah.
is like fits that bill.
Yeah, he nails the soundtrack. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and I feel like he's had like only one or two different people who've done that job for him. Like I know T-Bone. I think was it T-Bone Burnett.
Yeah, it's
was
got to be
his music
somebody
supervisor
of
for a
like
long
mind,
time.
you know. Well, I mean, think about that scene in Beetlejuice where everybody's dancing around. If it wasn't that song,
Oh, you can't think of anything else.
yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying is the music behind it. You either choose well or you don't.
Right.
You know, it's got to be the right exact. You know, like any movie, you know, like a lot of movies, the music is created for the movie. Like if you watch Lord of the Rings, there's not a song that's in there that was an old song that they brought in because
Right.
it's a whole different world, you know.
Or even like I just noticed fairly recently, and now I'm gonna have to like go and watch it again and really listen. Eric Clapton did the soundtrack for Lethal Weapon 2 with Michael Kamen.
He did.
And like now that I think about it, every scene with the sleazy blues sax, I'm
Yep.
like, oh yeah, this is primo mid '80s Clapton. Yeah, it is.
There's a whole lot of that. I mean, the movie The Princess Bride, the whole soundtrack was done by Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the theme song or like the song at the end of the movie is all him singing, but the rest of the movie is just kind of in pieces here and there. He's the one that created all of the background and all the music. He scored the whole thing, I think.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. There's one that I found like that somebody did the sound to, and I'm like, really? You know, like you don't know. A lot of times you don't know until like later. It's a trivia question on Facebook or something. You're like, I didn't know that they did the music for this movie. You know, and it's just crazy. But that's like a whole. We could be here all night talking about that.
But alas, we are here live at on Acoustically Yours.
Live.
Skip Dietz. We've got Eric Pelto here. We've got our special guest, Vince Smith, here in studio. So you are listening on www.crbradio.com, and you are now listening and hearing and seeing on Facebook Live.
Yeah, if you're tuning in
And
on
YouTube.
the station,
With the best.
jump in on the Facebook and and YouTube and whatever, and send us a message and tell us what's going on. We'll get it. We can see it. It's up on the big screen here.
Yep. And you
So
can-
we can, if you want to say something to us or request a song or just say, hey, Vince, or hey, Skip, or whatever, man.
It's the future.
and you can you can also
remember
see
the
that
whole chat room thing we used to have.
feed being shared on the Cave Radio page, as well as my personal page and the Acoustically Yours Facebook page. And hey, while you're stopping by those, make sure you give a like and a follow to Cave Radio and Acoustically Yours, so we can build back better, like that one guy said.
Yep. And one of the inherent problems of when you play upside down like I do is I keep turning my own volume down
Oh yeah,
because it's here instead of up here.
right.
I can't use the tuner because I can't see it.
Yep.
That's why I have a snark over here, because I can't tune with my guitar tuner. It doesn't work. Well, I can, but I can't do that and still try to
Right.
play a string at the same time.
Yeah, and the cable
it's
being
upside
plugged,
down.
and the cable being plugged in up top would be something to get used to too.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of used to that now, and for some reason, this guitar has an XLR on it too, so you can actually plug in that way. So it's weird.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, see? Yeah. That's crazy, but
That is.
that's unique.
Right. That's halfway.
This is an Ibanez.
That's
so,
halfway. It's too late to try it now, but now I want to try that
well,
one.
that just means you'll have to ask me to come back.
I know.
All right. Well,
That's how that works.
Jim Sampson's on our page, on our feed, and he is
What's
ready
up,
for some
Jimmy?
music.
Jimmy's a good guy, man. I like
Some
John.
music. Does that qualify as a request?
Yeah. He's like, shut up. That's what he
Stop
basically just said.
talking.
He said, hey, shut the hell up.
I see you brought your bottle of water, Vince.
Yeah.
All right.
This show has been sponsored by. Okay.
There we go.
So how about we hear a little Vince Smith right now?
Sure, we can do that. You want to hear an original or an original? No. I can play covers, but what point would that be on a show like this? You know what I'm saying? That really wouldn't. Since I was playing around all this time, you'd think I would have brought up my song list. Okay.
Oh, we've been busy.
Yeah. I'm doing radio here. You know? I told you I could talk for hours. That's just what I do. I'm just so used to doing it from sitting in front of a mic for so long.
Very professional radio, by the way.
Thank you.
Exceptionally
Appreciate
professional.
that. You know, I think the episodes of The Invasion are still up online too. If you wanted to hunt those down, but that was mostly music. You know, I played like some heavier music. Most of the show was, you know, that it wasn't real. It was more like a podcast, I guess. Than, you know, I got in trouble because I used to find like somebody's CD like a couple of days before it came out, like the latest Ozzy and the latest Five Finger Death Punch or something, a couple of days before it come out, and I would do a show where it would be the whole CD, where you could listen to it 2 days early. And I got booted off of Anchor for that, which is like Spotify's version of doing podcasts, or at least it was. They changed it now, but yeah, they're like, yeah, you can't be doing that. We're gonna get rid of you now. So I'm like, that sucks.
Now you know.
Just trying to give the people what they want, you know.
That's right.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time musically, but recently I've been doing a lot more open mics and things, and doing things like Singers in the Round and these singer-songwriter events and stuff like that, and they're a lot of fun. And I'm going to start doing probably some more like shows, but like it's not as much fun doing the cover shows, but it's definitely more money. But that's, you know, that depends on what you want to do. If you just want to go play shows, then you can do that. You are not going to get paid much, but you'll get to play your original stuff. If you go play a bar gig where they want you to play covers, you start playing originals, then they start looking at you funny and looking in the register to see how much they can short your pay. You know, it's just the way it is here. If you go to L.A. or Nashville or whatever, they want to hear originals. So if you play a cover, they yell at you.
Yeah.
It's just the way Detroit is. It's just like covers and tribute bands.
Yeah, I mean, people want to sing along with you.
Yep, exactly. It's like if you want to sing along, man, go to karaoke.
Right?
That's what karaoke's for. Get up there and sing, you know. No, but seriously, though, like I said, the last album that I came out with was called Breaking All the Rules in 2023. And we'll get the old capo going here. And this is the song I was telling you about earlier that has the violin on it. Make sure we got a good capo placement. The song it's about people that get up on you and want to compromise. You know, they kind of try to push you down and keep you from being you. And that's what this song is about. It's like after a while it starts to beat you down. You know, it starts to wear on you. And it takes a lot to be strong and not submit to that, you know.
Right.
So that's what this song's about. It's called Skeletons.
All right. We got Skeletons with Vince Smith here live on www.crbradio.com.
Too many skeletons in my closet of pain. Why won't they just stay buried? Too many temptations are calling my name, but I know that I'll regret it. Too many times I compromised how I feel. How I feel. Too many games I found out I'm playing for real. Too many whispers alone in the dark are filling me with self-pity. Too many doubters throwing their shade, making me feel so shitty. Too many times I compromised how I feel, how I feel. Too many games I found out I'm playing for real. La da da da. La da da da. La da da da. Too many times I compromise how I feel, how I feel. Too many games I found out I'm playing for real. Might want to play the right chord. Let's try that again. La da da da. La da da da. Too many skeletons. Oh. Song's called Skeletons.
You just tell them it's jazz, Vince.
What's that?
Don't tell them it's the wrong chord. Tell them it's
It was
jazz.
the right chord. It was the wrong chord.
Time.
Yeah. You know,
No
I
such
mean,
thing as the wrong chord.
I waited so long to play that first song. It's the fault of. No, I'm just passing the buck a little bit. No, I'm kidding.
So we are live in studio with Vince Smith here on Acoustically Yours. So we started a new segment last episode.
Oh, I got some applause.
You
Thank you so
did.
much, Doug. Thank you. I appreciate you, man.
And we called it Open Mic Backstage.
Ooh,
So
we're not supposed to reveal what happens backstage. Oh, I'm just kidding.
what happens at open mic stays at open
What
mic.
happens at open mic stays at open mic. That's
So so last episode we did a little review, so to speak, on the Trinity House, and kind of got into a little of the history of the building too.
right. Oh, okay.
I
I love that place. It's like my church, man.
It is.
It's fantastic.
It is. It was fantastic.
It's a
and-
unique venue.
But no, and so and just some of the history behind that building itself. 'Cause
Yes.
I decided to go a little deeper, to a point where there was a meeting. It was a meeting hall at that time in a
Mhm.
church, and Sojourner Truth actually sang in that building.
Really? See, I would not have known that. Wow. You know, I can do the slide if you want with the pop.
Nice.
That's cool. You know, I don't know a lot about the history of that building. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I go there a lot, but I don't really think about it. I just go sit down and wait my turn to play. You know, I know everybody that goes there on a Tuesday. With the rest of the week, they have shows and different
Right.
things, and you know, it's like $20-$30 a show. And a lot of times I'm going somewhere else. I got something going on, a show or an open mic or whatever happening. Like this week, I got open mic on Tuesday, singer-songwriter showcase on Wednesday, and another open mic on Friday, and then Burger Bar on Sunday.
Speaking
So,
of
it's a crazy
Burger
week.
Bar, speaking of Burger Bar, this review, this episode, is of the old Detroit Burger Bar. I was able to finally make it out there.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the old Detroit Burger Bar at 14 Mile and Main in Clawson.
Exactly.
Okay. Because there are a few, but
Yeah.
I just figured that was the one you were talking about.
Yep. I was able to get out there
Sunday
and
Fun Day.
and see Sunday Fun Day with Jackie Daniels. Vince is there as well and does a heck of a job doing a lot of promotion for that open mic night. So this one, as opposed to the listening room of the Trinity House, this is actually a bar restaurant. Food was delicious. I had the Lafayette burger,
Oh yeah, I've not had that. I've had a lot of things.
or they call it the Coney Island now, but it was always the.
Yeah, my favorite thing there is they have a chicken quesadilla that is just out of this world, man. I love it. It's really good. I end up ordering it most of the time when I go, but there are other things. They have an Idaho burger, which basically has like mashed potatoes and
Yep.
stuff on it. That's really good too. They have the Coney one you're talking about, and a lot of stuff with like if you like jalapenos and sriracha and spicy stuff, they got a lot of that, including the salads. Have a lot of spicy food going on.
So, and full service bar, so you can properly lubricate, medicate if you need to before you go on stage.
Oh yeah.
Staff was pleasant. Prices very reasonable. Parking is great.
Yes.
Just go in the
Lots
back
of
door.
parking.
Lots of parking there. Jackie does a wonderful job of making you feel comfortable and welcome, and
Yeah, it's a very warm, chill experience
It
where
is.
everybody feels like family. And once you're in, you're in. You know what I mean? Like once you've been there once, you're part of the family, and we encourage you to come back. And we love it when newcomers show up. It's a place that any other time you would just go in there and it would just be a restaurant. But when we get there on Sundays, it transforms into something else, and it's kind of neat how the room is set up, because the overhang that hangs over where the stage, quote unquote stage is where the doors go outside. And because of that overhang, it's a happy accident that overhang is there, because it eats up the noise that
Right.
normally would go up into the exposed ceiling in
Yep.
the rest of the building. It's almost like they built it for music, but they didn't.
right.
It's just a happy accident.
A happy accident.
We had a full band in there once, complete with full set of drums and everything, and it sounded fantastic because that
You had that sound barrier.
that ceiling is there where the framework and where the TVs go, and then you go outside. They got open French doors that open up to the outdoors to the patio that's up on 14 Mile, and we don't usually open those when we do open mic. Last year they were open the first day that we did open mic, the very first one, and we haven't had them open ever again.
Yeah.
So because that's just
You
kind
lose
of
the
the backdrop.
acoustics.
But yeah, I mean, it's also because we had a banner there for a long time that said the Jackie Daniels Show that was hanging over some of the doors, and we just got in the habit of leaving them closed.
Right.
But to be honest, if we had those doors open, people would use them, which means they would cut in front of people while they were playing, going back and forth to going outside.
Yeah.
And that would suck. So we just leave them shut, because all the back line goes back there, all the gear, people's guitars, everything
Right.
gets set back there. So it kind of needs to be closed off.
But yeah, it was very fun, great experience. So if you're looking for an open mic in the Clawson area, Sunday evenings they start at 6:30.
Starts at 7. Sign up is at 6:30.
Okay.
In person, there's no sign up genius. You can't sign up online
Right.
ahead of time. You can be friends with Jackie, and you can message her and say, "Hey,
Give
look,
her a
I'm running a
message.
little late.
Yeah.
Can you throw me on the list?" That kind of thing. And you get generally, if it's a decently busy night, up to being slow, you'll get like 4 songs, maybe more if it's really slow. But that doesn't happen much because we get a lot of people.
Right.
If it's really busy in there, you usually end up getting 3, and sometimes we have to shift gears in like the middle of the show, because we'll find out that 7 musicians just walked in.
Yep.
So then we start going from 4 down to 3. And you have to be flexible like that. I got to leave. Can you move me up the list? That's that's like politics. That's what the host does. That's Jackie's joke. Jackie is a master at doing that. And she also hosts another one at Chad's Bistro on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday out in whatever that city is, Shelby Township. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a really nice room too. They have all completely from scratch food. They got all kinds of different things on their menu. The food is absolutely amazing.
She has one downtown too, doesn't she?
What's that? She does the Singers in the Round. She's one of the hosts for Singers in the Round downtown at Aretha's Jazz Cafe.
Yeah. That's where I recognize your name from anyway.
You know what? Their food's good too, and it's cheap. They've got a good menu, and their drinks and their food are pretty cheap. It's a nice little room underneath, kind of sort of in the basement of the music hall.
I lived literally right next door for a year, and I'm still downtown, but I should have stopped in.
It's the first Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
So you don't usually find out who's playing until like a week before. So I don't have a list to tell you of who's going to be there this month in April, because it's too soon. But soon here we'll find out. And Jackie's one of the co-hosts, along with Matt Kizia and Jorg. Everybody knows Jorg. Jorg Karyakis. That's why everybody calls him Jorg, because his last name has the alphabet in it.
It's walking distance. It's walking distance for me. So if I don't know, if I get there and I'm not having a good time, I'll just go home.
You say
Well,
his last name?
it's $10 to get in, and it's like it's the money goes to helping them, but also to helping out Jorg and those guys to keep all the lights on, and it's streamed live. it's kind of a crazy experience because you go in there and the stage is surrounded by like these really thin stands that go up with iPhones on them because that's their cameras.
Yeah.
So like the stage is surrounded by cameras and they switch angles and the sound is fantastic. If you go to Singers in the Round on YouTube, you can watch some past episodes, including I was on there last September. My episode was September of 25, and it was so much. It's so cool and so much fun, and they take a lot of really cool pictures of you because you're all dressed up for this thing, and they get you on the stage and they take some these kind of pictures, and it's like you can use them for promo pictures for a long time. It's a really fun experience, and Jorg is such a cool guy, and they get a lot of viewership. If you can get on Singers in the Round, man, a lot of people are going to see you play.
Yeah.
So
Most
it's a very
definitely.
cool experience.
So final review for Old Detroit Burger Bar in Clawson, 14 Mile Main Street, is big time thumbs up.
11 out of 10.
It is a solid.
6 stars out of 5.
That's right.
It is a solid. So if you're looking to quell your open mic bug and you want to go to the Clawson area on a Sunday evening, Old Detroit Burger Bar is the place to go.
And Clawson is really central to a lot of things. It's like right next to Royal Oak, and it's right next to Madison Heights, and it's right next to, Troy and all that. They're all right there. If you're in that area out there, it's a pretty short drive. I mean, I live in Livonia, and it's a half hour for me. It's just like I'm like booming. I'm there. The way home is even faster because there's no traffic.
Right.
On a Sunday night, I'm going home at 10 o'clock. It's like boom, I'm home in 20 minutes. So I mean, it's pretty convenient, and the sound is great. She's got one of those Bose towers that $1,000 deal with the like stick on the top of it, and it sounds amazing, and Bluetooth capable. In case
Which we
needs
found.
to know that. Because if you need
somebody
to,
turn off your Bluetooth.
yeah, you have to make sure you unpair after you do your karaoke or whatever you're going to do on there, because then the next person's playing and all of a sudden an ad pops up or something stupid and it starts going through the speakers. But there are some people that go there like Andrea Talamantes is like one of the most fucking amazing. I'm sorry, I'm still used to not swearing on the radio. She's so fucking amazing. I'm going to say it now.
Lean into it a little bit.
It's funny, when I record songs on my phone just so I don't forget them or whatever, if I don't have lyrics for the chorus, I'll have the music and I'll go into the chorus and I'll be like, fuckity, fuck. Yeah. Just because it's like it fills in the gap so I can get the line of the vocals. But anyways, she's like a ridiculously amazing, classically trained vocalist from Mexico. And she gets up there and she's a soprano. And she does this stuff that nobody else in their right mind could possibly sing. She'll get up there and sing things like, Whitney Houston and, I can't, the names escape me because I don't listen to a lot of the same stuff she does. She does a lot more of like the pop and the R&B edge kind of thing. That
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, in that ballpark.
Anything
but more
like
modern,
anything
like
aerobics?
Olivia Dean and
Okay.
Rodrigo and Olivia Rodrigo and like in that vein.
Sure.
Of the newer Chapel Roan kind of people that some of the more accomplished singers doing piano stuff. That's really she's the most amazing, talented vocalist I think I've ever seen in my life. She's just. I can't say enough about Andrea, but we're gonna move on. But she, she Bluetooths in with some karaoke tracks, and just kills it. And everyone, she's one of those people that like, oh man, I wasn't as good as usual tonight, and everyone's like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
What's it like when she's on?
She's been classically trained to sing since she was a kid, and if you think about this, on top of it, she's here because her job is that she's an engineer. So she went to school and she's an engineer on top of being someone that should be on American Idol or. It's ridiculous. She's a wonderful person. And it's like one of the people that you look forward to showing up. You know what I mean? Yep. Like because you'll see something like that, and it's like, man, I got to come back and watch that again next week. I don't even care if I get to play. There's a lot of really talented people that come into that place.
Oh yeah,
but we've gone really off the track onto this review. So
yeah, the music scene here in Metro Detroit and southeastern Michigan is amazing.
Yeah, and a lot of them are in Austin, Texas right now because that's where Jackie is.
Right.
That's why there's no burger bar tonight, and I'm here instead, because she's doing South by Southwest. She's was on stage yesterday at a big venue doing this big festival thing.
So,
So
yes.
I don't know what she's doing today. She's probably found some place to play, knowing her.
Oh yeah.
Her and Rob are there. Rob
Yep.
Lewis, another fantastic artist, piano player, sings like Harry Connick Jr. He's amazing, and he plays in a lot of bands, duos, trios, and things, and does a lot of gigs. And
So
it's like I said, the talent level is ridiculous, but I want to qualify that by saying that there is no one there that's going to make you feel
Right.
uncomfortable because you're not quite at that level. We're not trying to do that. We love newcomers, and we encourage everybody that comes out, and we applaud, and we're it's a very loving place, and you definitely, will feel at home there no matter what your talent level.
Yeah, I went and did my little, 2-song set, and I was perfectly content to be done. And
unfortunately, I have this new profession, new job that's just been making me leave early, which I don't like, but, it is what it
it's
is.
okay. You heard it already.
Every once in a while, I have to sleep, so.
Because this is one thing that I've discovered when if I go to different open mics, I could play the same stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like it's new again.
When I go to a new venue, I usually start with originals. At the Burger Bar, I played 1,500 million songs there, so I just play something different every week.
Right.
I'm always trying to find something to get people's attention, because they see me play every single week.
Yeah, because that was my big thing when I was going somewhere, when I was going every week and so often I'm like, I gotta try and keep on with different stuff.
But I think your songs sounded the best at that place, right?
What's that?
So when you played, you were like, wow, I sound amazing.
Yeah, it sounded
Because
great.
the sound is just, it's just easy to deal with the sound the way it's set up. It's like simple but beautiful. It sounds great.
Yeah, the sound was fantastic, and yeah, definitely. When I can fit into my schedule between work and show,
Yeah, that's the tough thing.
I'll definitely be back. So, but yeah, I did my little 2-song set, and Jake says, "Oh, can you please do another one?" Like,
I know. Yeah. Mary had a little. Just make something up. It's a good place that when you go there a lot, like I do, you can experiment and you feel comfortable. You can
Right.
try different stuff. I'll try out originals that I've never played anywhere. I do that at Chad's too because it's all the same people.
Right.
A lot of the same people go to Chad's on Tuesdays, which is another nice place to play. That's a really good room.
So yeah, I did 3 instead of 2, and it was a great time, and definitely go back again. Thumbs up all the way for Old Detroit Burger Bar again. I believe it's not this Sunday or next Sunday, correct?
It's not this Sunday. Next Sunday it'll be back.
Oh, next Sunday is back. It was.
Yeah, this is last Sunday and this Sunday.
Oh, it's last Sunday and this Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, I knew there were 2
and then
Sundays
it'll be back
in there.
on the 27th or 8th or whatever it is, whatever Sunday is. Today's what? The 22nd?
So the 29th.
29th. And then the one after that is Easter. So I'm going
Right.
to guess that it's probably going to get canceled. Just a guess.
Yeah, and
So-
also on a side note, we will not be broadcasting live next Sunday. So,
Next Sunday?
We weren't anyway.
or
Or
for
on
Easter Sunday.
Right.
Oh, Easter
Our
Sunday.
next
Next Sunday
episode.
we would be here.
Yeah, it's I do this
Right.
bi-weekly.
I knew what you meant.
But yeah, so Easter Sunday, we're going to be spending time with the Easter Bunny. So you'll join us back here on Acoustically Yours on
There'll be a
April
rerun on.
19th.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe Easter songs.
Previously recorded episode.
Are there a
or
lot of
something.
Easter songs?
There's almost
I
no
don't know.
Easter songs.
Here comes Peter Cottontail,
There's-
hopping down the bunny trail.
There's Easter Parade,
Dinner's on its way. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the right version.
but
That's not the right version.
so I have this meme that I put up every year for Easter, and I call it "Sweet Be Jesus" because it's actually Barry Gibb.
Oh, man. I love that.
And I put that up at Christmas, Merry Christmas from Sweet Be Jesus.
Oh, man. That's
and
cool.
and then an Easter, it's Happy Easter from Sweet Be Jesus. I'm staying alive.
Yeah, I got to tell you I get 2 things. One, I get in trouble all the time because I post stuff about Happy Zombie Jesus Day. Because he
Happy-
rises after 3 days and walks around, and
He does.
it's Zombie
That
Jesus.
seems weird.
But some people are not as forgiving about humor like that as others. But I don't care. But anyways, the other thing is there's this really hilarious video. What a producer actually does So there's this recording studio, and you see this guy sitting in the booth, and there's these 3 guys that look suspiciously like the Bee Gees out there singing. And you hear the music going, and they're like, staying alive, like a lower key.
Yeah.
They're like, staying alive, staying alive. And you see him pause. He goes out into the room, and he knees all of them in the nuts.
Yep.
And then he goes back into the control room, and they're like, staying alive. What a producer actually does. You got to get what you can get out of people, I mean.
It's
More
even
cowbell.
famous people, the producer's like, I don't care who you are, dude. I'm telling you, that's wrong. Do this instead. Mr. Hetfield, I'm going to need you to play a sitar on this song. What? I'm James Hetfield. I don't care. Grab the sitar.
the ones the ones that,
and he was right.
The ones that get to the top are the ones that have that head coach in them that like can just figure out how to talk to a random person to get the best out of them.
Yes.
Like whatever it is.
That's basically
Do I have to
what
be
it
mean
is.
to you? Do I have to coddle you? Do I have to buy you food?
You're a life coach.
What
for
do you
a musician who
what do you
doesn't want
need?
a life coach.
I have a fever.
I got a fever.
Reportedly, Will Ferrell ran into Christopher Walken at some event like years and years after that, and Christopher Walken told him that he's ruined his life. Like that skit has literally ruined his life. He goes out
I'm
in public
sure.
and is just trying to have dinner with his family, and people.
Want more cowbell?
More cowbell.
I got a fever. I don't care. I don't
can
care
totally
if you got a
imagine.
fever.
Yeah, after a while, you're probably like
You ruined my
Billy
life.
Bob Thornton in Bad Santa. I'm on my break.
Oh my
I'm
god.
on my fucking break. That's Santa Claus. But yeah.
So let's hear a little more Vince Smith.
Yeah, I was going to say, I should probably play because Jim Sampson's getting really antsy. See what I mean?
So Jim's our producer tonight.
Doing a bang-up job, man.
Absolutely.
Listen, you got to have one. It's not going to be me.
I'm not playing this. I'm just kidding around. To give him a chance to get some sound. Crossroads. Okay. That's enough of that. I'm just trying to give him something to work with, All right, I'm going to play one of my actual own songs now.
Excellent.
I got a couple of new ones. Like I said, I got a bunch of them for the new album that's going to be called Phoenix eventually when it comes out. And this is one that I wrote recently that's been doing really well. People have been telling me. I had a guy at Trinity House that I've known for quite a while, Dale Osborne, came up to me and he's like, that's like in the top 20% of your songs, one of your originals.
Right.
And I was like, that's a lot from him because he usually doesn't say stuff like that. And I was like, thanks. It's kind of weird, like, thanks? I wasn't, because I was surprised by it. He caught me off guard with that.
Right.
And it was a high compliment is what I'm saying. But, yeah, Dale is another guy, instrumental finger-picking stuff, man. He's phenomenal, dude. He plays some really obscure stuff, but I love it. He's really good. Anyways, this is one of my new songs. This one's called Colors.
Vince Smith on www.crbradio.com.
Well, I see red every night in my bed, 'cause I'm angry that you're not there, 'cause the things that I said. I see blue every night over you, and I don't know what to do to bring you home. But day after day, night after night, I'm haunted by your absence. Night after night, and let it end this way. I see brown, 'cause you're just not around. and I feel like a clown, 'cause I messed up so bad. I see black, 'cause you're not coming back. I'm so far off the track, can't find my way back to you. All day after day, night after night, haunted by your absence. Night after night, praying you'll be there, yeah. All day after day, night after night, hanging on your presence. Night after night, can't let it end this way, yeah. I see red every night in my bed, and I'm angry 'cause you're not there, 'cause of things that I said. I see blue every night over you, and I don't know what to do to bring you home. All day after day, night after night, I'm haunted by your absence. Night after night, praying you'll be there, yeah. All day after day, night after night, hanging on your presence. Night after night, and let it end this way, yeah. No, 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 no. Day after day, night after night.
All right, that is Vince Smith, our special guest this evening here on Acoustically Yours. We're going to take a quick break, my friends, because I'm getting into stripper voice mode. So we'll be right back in, what did Chuck Rowley say, 2 and 2?
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
And something to that effect, where we will have What If It Were a Ballad and more with Vince Smith.
All right.
So we'll see you in just a few.
The looks we get these days are shifty. The world just thinks we lost our minds, living life out of a suitcase, chasing things the world won't find. Life is hard, but it's rewarding. Front row ticket to the show, and I don't know what heaven holds there. Honey, I can't wait to go. So I'm just gonna keep on singing these songs, keep on praying till the night becomes dawn, keep on grinding till I done gone home, keep on riding till there ain't no road. 'Cause we'll never know on this side of heaven. We'll never know on this side of heaven, on this side of heaven, no. So leave the ships behind in cinders, so we won't need them where we'll go. We'll pray for hearts as bold as others, but till I walk that street of gold, well, I'm just gonna keep on singing these songs, keep on praying till the night becomes dawn, keep on grinding till I done gone home, keep on riding till there ain't no road, and I'm just gonna keep on fighting a good fight, keep on learning till my wrongs come right, keep on walking by faith and not sight, keep on stoking till I'm burning it bright, 'cause we'll never know on this side of heaven, no, we'll never know on this side of heaven, no, we'll never know on this side of heaven, no, we'll never know on this side of heaven, oh no. Well, I'm just gonna keep on singing these songs, keep on praying till the night becomes dawn, keep on grinding till I done gone home, keep on riding till there ain't no road, and I'm just gonna keep on fighting a good fight, keep on learning till my wrongs become right, keep on walking by faith and not sight, keep on stoking till I'm burning it bright, 'cause we'll never know on this side of heaven, we'll never know on this side of heaven, so we'll never know. I said we'll never know. 'Cause we'll never know this side of heaven. We'll never know. We'll never know. No. On this side of heaven. I said we'll never know. I said we'll never know. 'Cause we'll never know on this side of heaven. We'll never know on this side of heaven. I said we'll never know. I said we'll never know this side of heaven.
Your chili done killed me, but your greens have raised me from the dead. Your red hot chili done killed me, but your greens have raised me from the dead. The doctor called the time of death and pulled the sheet right over my head. And that's when I heard my mama say, those hot peppers finally got their way. But I was alive because deep inside were two big helpings of greens. Yes, I was alive because deep inside were two big helpings of greens. They pumped my blood and gave me life again, and my heart was ready to sing. Your red hot chili done killed me, woman, but your greens brought me back to life again. And my heart was singing, hallelujah, I'm alive today. Hallelujah, I'm alive today. God gave us the moon and sun and his love and mercy, and I'm alive today because God gave us collard greens. You tried to get me with that chili, you did, but then again you did make those greens. You tried to get me with that chili, you did, then again you made those greens.
love me, you hate me, you can't live without me, if you know what I mean. And I just thank my lucky charms, talking about that cereal that God gave us, collard greens. And my heart is singing, hallelujah, I'm alive today. Hallelujah, I'm alive today. God gave us the moon and sun and his love and mercy. And I'm alive today because God gave us collard greens. Yes, I'm alive today because God gave us collard greens. Yes, he did.
It's the state you know you're from, not the state you might be in, that your compass ought to point to when you need second wind. As for me, I just keep driving north on I-75 until I find myself in Michigan again. Again and 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 again, I find myself in Michigan again. Oh, again and 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 again, I find myself in Michigan again. We need roots that hold us up, more than roots like 66 that go deep down and support instead of far and wide for kicks. And since mine begin up north, although I sally back and forth, I find myself in Michigan again. Again and 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 again, I find myself in Michigan again. Oh, again and 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 again, I find myself in Michigan again. Well, the grass is always greener and the scenery serener. All that honey in the hive makes it more than worth the drive. So keep on trucking through Toledo or just follow a mosquito. It's the state you know you're from, not the state you might be in, that your compass ought to point to when you need a second wind. As for me, I just keep driving north on I-75 until I find myself in Michigan again. Again and again and again and again, I find myself in Michigan again. Oh, again and 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 again, find myself in Michigan and then thank the Lord I've still got time to spend.
Hey, good Sunday evening. We are back with you on Acoustically Yours here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com, as well as live on Facebook and YouTube. So
There we are.
you can see us too, and you can see that I have a face for radio.
Now it's a pace for podcast. Like that's kind of, it's
Right,
like
right,
things
right.
have changed a lot. But the thing is, though, most podcasts have cameras now.
The more they change, the more they stay the same.
Now you can have a voice for video.
So we've got Vince Smith in studio with us
Voice
tonight,
for UGC.
and we have Eric
User
Pelto
generating
manning the board.
content. Okay. Hi, it's good to be here, and I'm enjoying myself a lot, you know. And thank you to the people that are hanging out in the chat and giving the applause and stuff. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. You know, I mean, you could be doing anything, but you're here listening to me, and that makes me happy, and I really appreciate it. You know.
Well, it is very cool and great to have you. So we've reached our next segment here on. I'm trying out a couple of new segments here on the show.
Sure.
We've been doing this one since, I think, the first of the year. This is What If It Were a Ballad?
What if it were a ballad?
So we're going to pick kind of a high tempo or something more song, and then I'm going to play it as if it were a slow song.
Sure. Well, I'm down with that. I actually want to hear you play anyway, so that's cool.
So our weapon for this one is the Van Halen song, Jump.
I got no guitar yet. I can't hear him anyway.
I get up and nothing gets me down.
I love it. Sounds great.
You got it tough. I've seen the toughest show around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You gotta roll with the punches to get to what's real. See me standing here, got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Oh, can't you see what I mean? Well, you might as well jump.
Jump.
Go ahead and jump.
Jump.
Nice. Go ahead and jump.
Jump.
Might as well jump.
No, don't jump. Don't jump.
Oh, hey, you. How I said that. Baby, how have you been?
That's all Dave does is jump.
You say you don't know, and you won't know until we begin. Now, can't you see me standing here? Got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? You might as well jump.
Jump.
You might as well jump.
Jump.
Go ahead and jump.
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 Yeah, jump. You might as well go ahead and jump.
Chuck Norris will catch you.
Dave jumps a lot.
Might as well jump.
We could tell you wanted that. You wanted help with that one.
That was awesome.
I'm
A
glad.
collaboration of how to take a song and make it your own and totally destroy it.
That's enough of that.
Glad that's how you. I'm
Well,
glad
you
that's how
destroy
you
it,
feel
you
about that.
deconstructed it. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Deconstructing is cool.
We tore off levels or layers.
Yeah, you renovated
Like-
the building. It's all good.
Like an onion.
Yeah, we peeled
Or-
off the layers.
Right.
Uh,
You can't possibly destroy
Found
it
a-
more than Dave does now. So
This is true.
might as well suck. Sorry, I should have said
There
that.
was a video going around. I
might
don't-
as well stop.
I don't
Yeah,
know
might
if
as
it was,
well.
yeah, no kidding. If it was AI or what it is, but he was actually doing a Van Halen song like
Might as well done.
country.
well, I
You
guess.
know, his
I
voice
guess
can't
that
really
he's.
do that anymore. So I get it.
But Sammy still sounds awesome.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
good.
Sammy still. I mean, Sammy's like 70 now. And they're
Yeah.
all up there, way up there. Sammy's voice is on another
Sammy
stratosphere.
like strikes me as like a guy who like takes care of himself though.
Yeah, because he does
Probably like exercises and shit.
yeah, because Sammy does the podcasting stuff too, and he'll bring people in.
Oh, he's got his own TV show. and
He's got his
everything
TV
else,
show.
so
He's brought in like Cheech Marin.
the
He's
Red
brought
Rocker,
in,
man. I love that. His show's actually pretty cool.
and
He's
you
had some
know,
great guests on there.
I mean, I will always be hardcore, the original Van Halen, like right up to 1984.
I like the Sammy stuff, but it's not. It's like Bon Scott and Brian Johnson, or like there are bands like that, like Metallica, pre and post the Black Album.
Oh yeah, it's a different animal.
It's just people got to bands got to have to evolve,
Mm-hmm.
and some bands don't. And a lot of times that's why a band disappears, is because they
Oh, yeah.
don't evolve, because Metallica had to go 90s a little bit and go into this newer style. And a lot of it had to do with Lars, because Lars has a lot of problems with tinnitus, and he has issues with the music being so loud and heavy and fast. And, he's had a lot of ear damage. So that's something that they kind of had to change their style to
Right.
to adapt just to survive,
But yeah,
Either that or boot your drummer out and go get a different one. But yeah, try booting Lars out of Metallica. Good luck.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, the difference between Van Halen and Van Hagar is definitely there, and I love them both.
David Lee Roth. It really, if you made me make a list of like the 10 most entertaining people that like I've encountered in celebritydom, David Lee Roth makes that list. He
Right.
is just pure entertainment.
Vocalist,
Like him,
Not so
don't like
much.
him, right? And
Sammy's a
and
way better
he's not-
vocalist.
yeah,
by
for
far.
sure. But the thing is that when Eddie picked up the keyboards, he changed Van Halen anyway.
yeah,
So when that happened, it really changed what was coming out anyway. But, it was more about personalities than anything else, because it wasn't because Dave sucked. It was because Dave couldn't get along with everybody.
Right.
He became a diva, and he wanted to go do a solo album and leave and do his thing. People were telling him that he was great and he was getting full of himself, and
Yep.
they basically said, you know what, we can't stand you anymore. And it wasn't really anything to do with talent.
no,
It was more to do with personality and bad attitude.
no. I think if Dave's head didn't get so big, they probably would have never made the change.
And there's an interesting story. Couple of musicians that one got in and one didn't get into Van Halen. Before they contacted Sammy, they contacted Eric Martin, who ended up in Mr. Big, and they asked him to do it, and he said no. He said no to Van Halen. He said, this is not going to work. I wish Gary Sharon had done that.
Yeah,
But anyway, I digress. That was, Gary Sharon, extreme, awesome. Gary Sharon, Van Halen, not so much.
yeah,
But the whole thing with Eric Martin, he turned it down. He went solo, and he ended up in Mr. Big and did his own thing, and that's a long story. But then they asked Sammy Hagar, and Sammy Hagar was surprised by this. He was not ready for them to ask that, so he called up a friend and asked him what he should do. He called up Ted Nugent, and Ted Nugent was like, "What, are you fucking crazy? It's Van Halen."
Who says no to Van Halen?
So that's how that happened. He wasn't sure if he was going to do it, and then Ted said, "What, are you nuts?" So Ted Nugent talked Sammy Hagar into Van Halen. So there you go. It's there's not a lot of things I like thanking Ted for lately, but that's another story. But I mean, as far as that goes, I thank him for that, for the whole Sam Halen version,
And Van Hagar took off.
It's interesting to me that like ends up being the person on the other end of that phone call for Sammy. Like,
Yeah.
hey man, what do you think I should do?
Well, they're both old school rockers.
Yep.
I mean, I get it in a way, but
I'm sure they just crossed paths at some point. We're buddies, whatever. That's funny to me. That's a goofy crossover.
I mean,
Yeah,
back in the
strange bedfellows.
back in the late '80s.
I grew up listening to the 70s version of Nugent, and then we went into Damn Yankees and all that. And, there's a lot more political stuff going on now, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Ted Nugent's music. A lot of it is really great. Stranglehold and just, Fred Bear, all that stuff is really good. But, my brother was a guitarist before me, and he was a fantastic lead guitar player, and he used to be able to rip off Stranglehold like it was child's play. You know, I mean, he was really good, and that's how I ended up getting into music. Was his gear was laying around.
Right.
My brother Mike. He still plays, but he's a lot older now. He's 70. He plays like some more slower country stuff and whatever because he's got a bunch of guitars laying around, but doesn't quite go out and he's got mobility issues and stuff. He doesn't get out and play like he used to. But he was amazing back in the day. Played in a lot of bands and that's where I got my inspiration to get into music from.
Yeah, that's the downside to see just all these these celebrities, these musicians.
There's a lot of them that are like
they're just getting up there.
You're not going to be here long. You keep waiting for like a list of them because there's so many 70s, 80s, all the Beatles and the Stones and all these people are all right up there. Roger Daltrey, all those people are all like 80, 85, Ringo, is 85, I think, and they're all up there,
And a lot of them are still playing. They're still out there.
Yeah. I mean, the guys from Aerosmith are not young. There's a lot of guys up there in that 70, 80 range that could drop any day. And then you hear about people dying when they're 40, 50 years old.
It's like if it didn't kill you, it preserved you.
Yeah. That's why the Chuck Norris thing hits kind of hard because the first thing that popped into my head, it's like, wow, if Chuck Norris can go, I'm kind of scared for Keith Richards now. Because, like everybody's like he's going to live forever or whatever,
Right.
That's the guy that they usually make jokes about living forever, and so was Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
so
I mean, Keith and
it made me
Willie.
think, first thing I thought of was Keith Richards. I'm like, if there's a nuclear war, the only thing that's going to be left is there's going to be cockroaches and Keith Richards. I saw a big light. I thought I was on.
And then Willie in the corner.
Willie, yeah, I forgot about Willie Nelson's another one that's way up there.
Willie in the corner sparking up.
And there's a lot of actors in the same boat.
Oh, yeah.
You got Mel Brooks is 99 or something like that. Dick Van Dyke's
100.
Made it. Friggin', what's his name? I just saw another. Clint Eastwood's like 95 or something. Gene Hackman just passed away recently. He was in his 90s. There's a whole slew of them that are way beyond geriatric at this point. And modern medicine's gotten so good that
somehow they keep
on.
going.
Anyways. But
well, I'm telling you, I'm not kidding that if you...
Doug said that was his favorite What If I Were a Ballad segment yet.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Well, we'll have more in 4 weeks. Because our next episode of Acoustically Yours will be on April 19th.
We're going to play this one in 2 weeks just for you. We're going to rerun it so you can hear that
There
again.
you go.
So you can hear Jump again.
There you go. But we got some great guests coming in. We've got Blues Dad coming back to join us. Blues Dad will be coming back
like
on. He's on our May 3rd show. We'll see what Blues Dad's been up to. He put out a new song that Jackie Daniels sang background on.
Yes.
That might be one of my favorite Blues Dad songs.
Yeah, he's got some interesting stuff. I like him a lot, man. He's a really great guy. I mean, I've seen him.
Oh, yes, super guy.
Including the Burger Bar, but he's been to a lot of other places, too. I think I met him at Trinity, I think.
But he's been in here several times.
Yeah, I like that guy. Michelle Wolf just came back from Austin. She's back already. Jackie is not back yet, which is why there's no Burger Bar today. But she played a showcase show out there and did really well. So she's been doing kind of the same thing as them out there, going around and finding open mics or whatever you can do to play in Austin during South by Southwest. But she's back now and she's got shows coming up. But she sounds really excited about coming here.
Yeah, I saw Michelle's interest. We're definitely going to reach out to Michelle.
Go listen to some of her music, man. She's very talented and she's a wonderful person. She's just like so warm and loving, and just I've had her on the radio many times in the past when we were doing our show.
Right.
She's been on there and played live, and she's got some really great songs. She took a break for quite a while because she got married, and then she had a kid, and now she's back out here playing these shows and getting at it again. And it's going to be great.
So in December, when we had Jason Mossberger on the show.
I know him, too.
When we had
I think I was in a band with him, I think.
Yeah, when we had Jason on the show, he kept saying, I keep hearing about this Blues Dad guy, but I have no idea who this guy is. Well, I'm going to challenge him to a blues off. So
I'm more blues dad than blues dad is.
So we
I'm
gotta.
just a dad who loves the blues.
So we're gonna bring John Cook in on the 3rd of May. So that's 2 shows from now. So we'll let him know that he's been challenged.
Oh, this is okay. It's not happening, but we're gonna make the challenge public.
Yeah.
But we'll make the challenge public, and we'll see if Blues Dad's on board. Well, friendly, of course, because
obviously,
because John's not that kind of guy
No.
that's going to say.
No, he's a salt of the earth kind of guy.
Right.
I know the first thing he'll say is, "Oh no, man, everybody can be blues dad." He's not going to try and act like he's the blues dad.
Exactly.
But listen, I also. Like, I don't know, a little friendly competition every now and then is totally healthy, especially if everyone knows that it's a joke, anyways.
But I'm all about getting Jason and John in studio here,
absolutely,
and playing some blues.
There's a lot of really great blues players. There's a guy named Greg Nagy who's from Detroit. Man, he's been touring around the country because he's got songs up in the blues charts and stuff. Man, he's fantastic. And there's a lot of real talent that comes from here, and a lot of it leaves and goes around the country. Like Eve Under Fire is a huge band now. They're about to come out with a song with Maria Brink from In This Moment on the 27th.
Yeah,
and
Eve Under
they started
Fire.
out here. They started out with us playing their first band, Fall Prey, which was on Tap Detroit. We played their song, played their music on there, and then when we got the Eva music, I was like, dude.
Yeah.
Put this on the air right now. And they're like, why? And they listen to it and went, holy shit. And yeah, we've been promoting them for a long time. Same thing with Christina Chris and Kaleido. We were playing them way before anybody ever knew who they were. And now they're doing Shiprocked and all these different things.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm all about promoting Detroit music. I've been doing it for a minute.
And we have been so blessed to have great friends here to the cave, like Eva Under Fire and Gasoline Gypsies, and and all the other One Ton Trolley, all the
and probably Dead in 5 or True Devil or whatever the new
Dead by
incarnation
Design.
is True Devil, but it was Dead in 5 before.
Yep.
The singer and people left and stuff, but
we've had
Dana and James are amazing. I love them.
Yeah, we've had so many great folks come through the cave in years past, which is kind of a reason. Part of my motivation for this show.
Yeah, that's why I did it. I loved it, man. It's like every week I'd be like, really? They're coming here? Wow, that's cool, because they'd get booked and I wasn't, sometimes it would be me, but it wasn't always me. So I'm constantly surprised sometimes. Like,
right.
Wow, cool, they're going to be here this week?
Yep. And like we said earlier, all good things come to an end. And when Big and Bigger went off the air, I felt like we lost some of that local focus, and that's kind of what we wanted to bring back with Acoustically Yours. So
back in the Tap Detroit days, we had Tiny and Plank Man, and they had a show that they were just like, it was all about local music and stuff. And Tim Cook is one of my buddies, not John Cook. Tim Cook, totally different guy. Nickname is Tiny. Super wonderful person, just like the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And that the two of them had their show together, and they brought local bands in, and it was a very, very popular show. And then Nicole Hudson was on there too. Let's see. It looks like we got a little bit of time left. You want me to play another song, or you're gonna keep talking?
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get through our announcements again. Don't forget Cave Radio Golf Outing on May 9th. Looking for volunteers, looking for sponsors, looking for a couple golfers, maybe a team or two. Check out the Cave Radio page and the event, which is a public event, or you can go to the website for the golf outing to get more there. And that is at www.crbgolf.weebly.com. That is the 9th outing, the 10th year of the CRB Golf Outing. So check it out. It is an amazing, amazing time. Oh, I just got a message from, cool. I'll have to deal with that later. So stay tuned directly after our show here. Acoustically Yours for IMC Amped. That's right, the Irish Music Cafe playing not your mother's playlist. They'll be on in Studio 1 right after our show here tonight at 8 o'clock. The Showgirls will not be in live tonight on Studio 2, so hope they're feeling better soon and that they're back in the game. Is their next show, are they weekly or bi-weekly?
They're every other week.
Oh, so they're on my schedule.
And they're on your week.
So my guess is they'll be back on April 19th as well.
That seems
Easter
like
coming up.
Get well soon.
So get well soon, ladies. Yeah, they just brought the show in this year, and they're doing a fantastic job with it. Eric's doing a great job
Awesome.
working that show, and it is definitely very entertaining. So come back 2 Sundays after Easter, and we'll get to have the Showgirls back in the studio. Patrick Johnson, long-time caver. He will be live tonight in Studio 1 with IMC Amped, Irish Music Cafe Amped, Not Your Mother's Playlist. And it is just about time for us to say goodnight. So we're going to have Vince Smith take us home. You have been listening to www.crbradio.com and watching on Facebook Live as well as on YouTube. So until April 19th, my friends, my name is Skip Dietz, and I will be acoustically yours. Vince, take us home.
You got it, man. I got check. Okay. This is a song off the Breaking All the Rules album. Why not, right? Okay. This song is called Haven. And I'll just keep going after that. We got like a little time anyway. Let's see. Let me try that again. This little part is hard at the beginning. Even when you give me nothing, you're giving me everything. And you're the one thing that keeps me from losing my mind. You are my haven, you are my solace in this crazy evil world. You are some harbor on this stormy sea. What would I do without you? The years haven't changed me. My heart is still full of flame. And even when I don't like you, I still love you just the same. You are my haven, you are my solace in this crazy evil world. You are safe harbor on this stormy sea. What would I do without you? La 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 da 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 la da 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 da. Even when you give me nothing, you're giving me everything. And you're the one thing that keeps me from losing my mind. 'Cause you are my haven, you are my solace in this crazy evil world. You are safe harbor on this stormy sea. What would I do without you? You are my haven, you are my solace in this crazy evil world. You are safe harbor on this stormy sea. What would I do without you? Want me to keep going?
Smith.
Thank you. That song's called Haven. I can keep going if you want. We got time.
And we have an audience. What do we got left for time, Eric?
I'm just looking at
like
that.
3 minutes.
All right.
2
3? Okay.
ish.
3 minutes?
I mean,
What's up, bro?
Had to come up and say hi.
I'm glad you
Gonzo and
did, man.
Kira
I'm glad you
are
made it.
in studio with
what's up,
us.
buddy?
Gonzo's here. That's awesome, man. Short. Let's see. Trying to think of a short song. Okay, this song's called "Haunted." This is off this album too. First song. Let's see. I need a capo real quick. It's about 2 minutes long. Seriously. I just got to capo it up. So. Drinking all night till she falls asleep, trying to hide all the secrets that the sober can't keep. She doesn't care if she lives or dies. But you can see what she's hiding when you look in her eyes. She's haunted by spirits from deep in her past, haunted by spirits at the bottom of a glass. I tried to ask her, but she can't explain. She just gets drunk over and over again. She's haunted by spirits. Oh, oh, oh. She's haunted by spirits. Oh. Is it alcohol, spirits, or the ghostly kind? It's wreaking such havoc on her troubled mind. I couldn't tell you, but I know this much is true. Both of them bring out the demons in you. And she's haunted by spirits from deep in her past, haunted by spirits at the bottom of a glass. I try to ask her, but she can't explain. She just gets drunk over and over again, 'cause she's haunted by spirits. Oh. She's haunted by spirits. Haunted. Haunted. Haunted.